I gotta go check on this chicken. We'll do some more grafting soon. We've done quite a bit of grafting, and Clark's getting really good at it. She hides really well. She'll just stand still and you don't see her. Let's see if we can find her. She's probably just standing somewhere, hopefully. There's some water and some feed. That's very good. She ate that papaya clean. I think I hear her. She already got food and water. There she is. Hey, buddy. You enjoying life? Hey. I'll go bring you that plate back here. Hey, how you doing, Asher? Look at all that grafting. Good to hear from you. Same old shit, man. Trying to keep busy. Just getting you. Just letting you know the beginning to go through the past summer looking great. Thanks, Chris. Thank you. Let's see if she eats these mealworms. She's on the track to recovery. You can't keep a chicken locked up too much, but they gotta get grain and shit or like dirt and stuff. Look over here, buddy. There's worms in there. You eat that? She's still got an appetite. She's not stupid. So she's good. She's eating. She ate the papaya. She got water over here. I'm gonna bring her that water just in case she lost track of it. There's water right there too, buddy. Right there for you in case you need it. This is a great rehab facility for a chicken. She gets like it's her whole aviary. Is that what they call it? Yep. Plinia. If anybody knows anyone selling Adamoya fruit, hit me up. Let me know. We wanted to buy some Adamoya fruit coming up. I just need to buy a box. I don't have any, and we needed it for a project I'm working on. This is the first time this thing's flowered, and it's a possible hybrid of the Grimmel and the Otto Anderson. This is one I've been working on for years and years. Years and years. Alright, this guy's got to get played with or he's going to lose his shit. Drop it. He fucked the frisbee up yesterday. So talk to me about plants, guys. What's your favorite fruit tree? Who's got Lisa? Hey, Adam. If they got them for sale, I know they're expensive, but wouldn't mind to buy a box maybe. I know someone was selling them. I've seen some guys out of California sell them before. Really good fruit. I wouldn't mind to spend $100 on a box. He's in Cali. He ships anywhere. Who's he? I didn't get the first comment of who he is. Oh. Come on, fuck boy. Good boy. He's getting bucked. You saw him do that? There's a way to throw it where you get it real low and it's like right in front of him and he fucking rages. I've seen it bounce off his mouth and it'll catch it still, like in the air, it'll bounce. That wasn't low enough. I'm about to go in this greenhouse in a second. He needs like 2 more throws. If you don't do this with him every day, he'll chew himself apart. He'll start to chew. That's a good one. Yeah, he'll start to chew. He's got Adam Oyes. You keep saying his name and it must not show up. He. How you doing, Adam? He's got. I haven't seen the name of the guy who has it. Maybe it's blocking his name. Is his name like Tits and Asses 1 2 3 4 6 6 6 Nipples Death or something like that? That's funny. They're blocking his name, bro. He must be like something. Looks pretty good in here. Clark watered everything. Here's some red jabuticabas. Let's see. Yeah, they shadow banned his ass. I'm looking for any flowers on some of these reds I grafted. Yeah, they're starting to flower, but I can't really sell them until you can see the flowers. And this one is right there. But it's interesting how they flower. Some of them will flower and some of them won't. And there are the big ass scions and some just flower before others. It must have to do with the relationship between the scion and the rootstock and then maybe the branch you took. These are all old enough to flower, but I don't see one with flowers. I've only had, I think, 2 or 3 that I've been able to sell with flowers. Nope. I'm waiting for them to flower before I sell them. Seen one in the other house that had some flowers. Nothing. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Asher. Thank you. Dang. It sure did get cold. Having this sealed up would have been a great difference, but I didn't have the energy and the time. I should have done it, but we made it through. Hopefully that was the worst of it. And take another look at these trees over here. Not as crowded. This could come over here a little bit. Probably a good time to fertilize in here as well. It'd be a good time to fertilize. The anomalies are about to go nuts. Look at this. 40 pounds of Lisa right now. Fuck. He. I can't wait to find out who he is. The grafted anomalies really are awesome. Take a little while to come into fruition, but once they get going, they get going. Always have a little action going on as far as flowers. They may not set fruit all the time, but they always got flowers. And then you do get really good fruit set. Scarlet, trying to do it. These are all seedlings I'm searching through to find new varieties. Nothing yet flowering. We want something that flowers. It looks like one of the special anomaly hybrids I had where some of these can flower really young. That's a cool one. A little bit of cold damage on these. They were iced over. I moved them over here where they won't get so icy. You see this one lost all its leaves, but it's come back. It'll come back. I can't show it, but it'll come back. We'll go through those a different time. These look like they could flower. The watermelon jabuticaba looks very close to flowering. No flowers yet. Fruit holding on. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote for that tree. I think the rest fell off. And this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I grafted these trees, both of them, separately. And, you know, this would be like number 1 and number 2. I don't have any other way to, I'm not gonna like name them as varieties, but if you're buying the trees from me, I'll let you know whether it's number 1 or number 2. Or I'll try to let you know. Maybe I won't be able to. We'll figure it out. Both look like really good trees. Both set fruit. Very good tree. Where's your Frisbee at? It was a good year for persimmons. Last year and this year. The best one to plant around here is South Florida persimmon. My favorite one. Most productive, good flavor. They call it Hudson too. I'd like to buy some more of those trees. I don't know if they still have them or not. I believe they do, but they probably are so small right now. The Hudson, South Florida persimmon. You can see the Pitanga tubas red from the freezes. Still look pretty good. No real dieback. Leaves are still green on some. Hoping for a good year on the Pitanga tubas. Black Sapote, this one did really well. I think this one will have a better tasting fruit. There's like a couple varieties, and I think these ones taste better. This is that Inga. It laid down. I wonder when it's gonna flower, because I've seen them flower smaller than this. And I would like to have the fruit to taste, and even to ship out sometimes. I'd sell some of the fruit. It's a good fruit. It's not the best in the world, but it's fun to eat. Pond apple. This is one I'm growing for rootstock. Makes a good rootstock, I heard. I had another one around here. I don't know if it's still alive. I think it died. Yeah, they ran it over with the lawnmower. It's gone. Yeah, it used to be right over there. They must have mowed it over. I had a couple trees get lawn mowed. They weren't really special anyway. But I had a crew out, and there were some new guys, and I didn't really tell them where everything was. A couple of them got clipped. Let's go find the other one that got clipped. This one right here. I had this Barbados cherry that was rare. It's around here somewhere. It was. Let's see if we can find it. A vestige. Oh, there it is. They gave it a haircut. Man, this thing was, it was like 20 years old of growth. That grows so slow. They mowed it. They got me. It was a really pretty tree, but to be honest, I'm glad they cut it down like that. It'll come back so pretty. It's gonna take another 20 years. I need to mark it with a flag. See if I can find a flag. You know, and I wonder how much this tree will die back. This Parkia biglobosa. I mean, it got hit by the cold. It lost its leaves. But how much wood am I gonna lose? You know, in years before, we got 10 feet of dieback, but then it grows 12 feet, you know? Here's some flags here. Those aren't gonna work. Got some flags over here. Can spare you guys. Oh, those have rusted into the ground. Ah. There you go. Sounds like it's full of water. Oh, look. I can't wait till this thing flowers. I see it is died back all the way to there, but it's pushing out. If it gets cold again, it's really gonna hurt this tree. I do like that tree a lot though. It's hard to find them. Parkia biglobosa. He's been chewing his butt. Look at the size of these flowers on the Suriname cherry. It's the one I just call it gigante or gigantic, but I mean that's really what I just gave it. That's the name I called it. Someone else probably has it with a different name. Gigante. Fruit is giant. It's got a nice tart flavor that's like grapefruit and something else. Peaches almost. It's tart but good. Almost like a grapefruit, Suriname, and a peach. Kind of Patanga tuba almost. It's interesting. I like it. You can peel them and they're like real firm. This grandifolia does really well. I'm always impressed by the grandifolia. Really hot spot. A little bit of branch breakage there, or like bending from when it got bent over with the ice. It got cracked up a little bit, but it's not too bad. I see it right here. It'll be fine. They grow right out of that. I think this year will be a good year for the grumichamas. Should have a good crop on them. This tree did so well, so strong. I have another one. I'm definitely going to plant it out. It's from China, and they called it 4CM. That was the only name I had for it, 4CM. But I'm extremely impressed by how strong this tree is. I mean, incredibly strong for what happened to it, and there's no damage at all. It definitely didn't need to be iced over. And the Plinia oblongata as well is another really strong tree. I have two of these that just got totally really cold. The other one's right here. But I like these trees. I'll probably start grafting them eventually. But these are the ones that makes a large tart fruit with a slightly pink colored pulp, and it's got like a teardrop shape. I've heard there's some debate among the Plinia oblongata whether it's the true one or not. Well, all I know is that one makes a large fruit, teardrop shape, acid flavor, and pinkish pulp. And I like the tree a lot for how strong it is. It takes the full sun, it takes the heat, it takes the cold. And it looks a lot like Sabara kind of, but with a bigger leaf. Or like a Grimmel and a Sabara, somewhere in between. Yellow Grumichama, one of my favorite Eugenias, kind of chilling. I believe it'll have a really good year. It's like 15 feet tall. I think some of these Eugenias are starting to flower. One over here is Eugenia itaguahiensis. Yeah, it's covered in flowers. A little early. I'll be surprised if these hold on. But it's trying to beat the others to the punch, I guess. All the way up, it's got them. Fruit's okay on them. Mango tree got hit, but it's not dead. Green up there. And the bark didn't get messed up. Let's see if we can find any more green branches on it. chickens that like to eat this shit. I'll pull some for the chickens in the cages. Oh, I see some green branches still. It'll be all right. Get off of there, freaks. They're gonna break in one day and cause hell. I got something for you. You dirty birdies. Get off of there. You're go from there. Get from. Go, go, go. Get, go. Right. So guys, I do have some stuff on eBay right now. I've got an anomaly, one of the last few grafted Aubrey, and then one of the lemon drop mangosteens that are ready to go, first of the season. Some are really nice and strong and ready to ship. So he caught that. Very good time to graft if you have a greenhouse. If you don't have a greenhouse, I'd imagine it'd be much more difficult, depending on what you're grafting and how cool you can keep it or how hot. And then, you know, the humidity is a big thing if you don't have a greenhouse. I guess you could do it with a shade house, but the trick is it's okay if we get another freeze, light frost, I mean, not a hard freeze, if the grafts aren't pushing yet. But you got to think, if you graft something now, we're just getting into February. February is usually the last push to have a pretty bad frost. No, you can't do that, bro. No, that don't work. You're right at a critical time right now where you can graft some stuff, because if it hasn't pushed yet, it can still go through one frost. And it usually takes most of the grafts about anywhere between 10 to 20 days to start pushing. So if you can time it out just right, where you know that maybe a frost is coming because there's like a full moon in February, mid to late February, try to time it around that full moon, do your grafting, and you may have to like protect them for 1 or 2 nights. And if you have to pull them inside and they've already pushed, you want to be able to keep them humid, put a bag over them and keep them in some kind of light. But if it's just for a night, I mean, you can pull them inside, bag them up, whatever you got to do. So full moon early, that's good. That means usually the worst of the cold is on the full moon. And so if you can get past that full moon in February without much cold, you're usually good for the year. We may have another bad one in March, I guess, but pretty rare to have any, in Florida at least, to have freezes in March. Frost, typical. That may have been the worst of it there, though, which would be great for me. You all right? Wonder why I didn't bring it. Yeah, super surprised like 5 or 6 years ago. What's wrong? You all right? Bring it here. Bring it all the way here. Come closer. Come here. Come here. Even closer. Come here. I wish he'd hand it to me. You can't train him to do that. That's not in his nature. He likes to drop it and pull you closer to him. What I've learned to do is turn my back to him and act like I'm going to throw it that way. And then sometimes I'll come. Come here, Rex. Come. Bring it here. And then I'll try to get ahead of you. Come here. Over here. Bring it here. See, yeah, he brought it right to me that time. Because you got to turn your back to him. Oh, yeah, I think he caught that. I'm gonna watch that in the replay. He's about to destroy it. Come on, don't break it. See, people want to play tug of war with these toys, and you can't do that. I'll have like someone over and they'll play tug of war with them, and they'll fuck up my fucking shit. You can't. It's not a tug of war. Come on. He needs this exercise or he fucking destroys himself. He goes on a chewing frenzy. I mean, of course he needs flea medicine too. He's had flea medicine, but you can't give him enough. He's always gonna have some kind of flea on his ass. And he's allergic to flea bites, I'm sure, or he just loves to chew himself. Yeah, dude, if you don't fucking give this dog attention, he like paces around like a shark. Oh, he snagged the shit out of that one. That was some AKC Eukanuba shit, dog. I'm gonna get you some Eukanuba tonight. Eukanuba. Woo! You want one more throw? One more throw? Last one. Oh! I don't know if I got that on camera. I may have held the camera a little too high. But it's really hard to film and throw at the same time. But he did the air jaws on that shit where he came from underneath. Air jaws. Check out these Plinia race Cyrus. Yo, he saw that. That's hilarious. Working on my album. These are some dragon fruit cuttings I got from my brother, and I laid them down here, and I never did nothing with them. And now they sit there. I don't want to touch them. They got thorns on them. What I need to do is start chopping it up and selling it. It's a good pink or purple variety. And you guys remember this? Truck mulberry. Oh, look, she's fruiting. We got a nice crop coming in. If I see any homeless people on the side of the road asking for money, I'm like, well, if you reach in the back, we do have some mulberries coming in. I need to get some other produce to offer. It's got a cool shape. I'm gonna sell it on eBay, man. Picks up a lot of leaf litter. I like to keep this pot underneath it. Oops. I think it's been there over a year. My kind of truck accessories. Truck nuts. Man, I'm tired of picking this tree up every day. Probably needs a bigger pot. I got an anomaly over here. Let's take a look at it. Wonder if it's flowering. Oh yeah, it's going hard as shit. I've never seen it flower that much. Wow. I covered it up with other plants. I didn't even cover it. This one's going nuts. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got it all the way up, all the way. Oh, buddy, I'm gonna have to put a cage around that tree. That thing is going nuts. I'm gonna have so many anomaly seeds, I'm gonna have to start selling them, I guess. Game over, I gotta start selling them. Oh, suckers, I hate suckers. I saw this in one of my videos and I forgot to pull it. Oh, another sucker. This one's not flowering as much, but it is flowering. Gonna have to start selling the seeds on that pretty soon, guys. Too many seeds, can't plant them all. Guess I'm gonna go inside and have a snack. Starting to get my mouth dry. Appreciate you guys for watching. Check on my website. I listed some ESALQ seedlings on my website. Plinia, Fitrantha, ESALQ, 20 a piece. And I'm gonna list some new items on my website eventually. I think some Sanford seedlings again. And whatever else I have that looks good. They gotta look good for me to be able to sell them. And with the hurricane and the winter, it's been rough. So kind of waiting on spring to get stuff looking good. Some of the rare stuff, that is. Had it on the tables, and when the plastic blew off, it fucked the leaves up. And then the cold came, and it's just a double whammy. I've had this happen again back in, I think it was 2017 with Irma and Maria. Come on inside, buddy. Let you know when you get the new album. Thanks, Ray. You know what? I got to move this tray, too. I almost died. You step on one of these at night, boy, in your path, it's a shinner like you've never had. Bah! I bet you someone's gone to the hospital for that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this Jeff Foxworthy experience. You might be a redneck. I feel my nose all the time. Something. Permanent scar. Okay, guys. See ya.